Everyone, welcome back to another Taekook, once celebrated by Lija in the grand palace of where silk curtains dance in the wind and scent of filled the air. A cry echoes through the hall. He is here, the court lady gasped, running with joy. The second prince is born inside the royal chamber. Queen Taehyung lay on the bedding, pale but smiling softly. She held a baby in fine lines close to her chest. His cheeks were round and red, his hands tiny and curious. King Taehyung looked at her husband, King Sojin, who stood beside her. King Taehyung, he is beautiful, Taehyung. Let's name him Taehyung. King Sojin. King Sojin smiled proudly, nodding. King Sojin, Prince King Taehyung, he will be the jewel of our kingdom, not far away. In the palace of the neighborhood kingdom, twins had already been born. The firstborn was named Jungkook, calm, curious, and always watching everything with bright, elegant, intelligent eyes. The second born was Jackie, louder, wilder, with the mischievous smile and endless energy. The royal family had been close for decades, and on the day of Theo's birth, a decision was made. King Jungkook, our sons and your son, let's bind them to entire unit. One day when they are grown, your son shall marry one of my twins, Queen Mira. Planchet Queen Mira, who knows who he will choose. They both have so much love to give. King Sejin nodded, placing his hand on the scroll, sealing the promise. King Sejin let fate decide. Years passed. He always waited at the gate when the carriage came from the East Palace. One sunny afternoon, the wooden wheels creaked and Taehyung jumped out. Taehyung, they are here, the guards called as the doors opened and the two princes rushed out. JK, we brought peaches from our garden, Jungkook, and a book of stories. I will read it for you after lunch. I missed you both so much. He hugged Jackie first, and then older boy, nearly lifting him off his feet. Then he turned to Jungkook, who looked away. Always give him a softer hug. Figures brushing through his hair. Jungkook, you great taller little prince. You said this every time. One night, while campaigning in the courtyard under the sky of stars, they lie side by side on the soft blanket. Okay, when you marry one of us, can we all sleep like this? I can't I marry both? Jungkook did catch for a second. Jungkook, that's not how it works. Taehyung pouted, looking at the stars. Then I will make my own rules when I am king. JK laughed, rolling onto Taehyung, tickling him. JK, King Taehyung, ruler of chaos. Taehyung, stop, JK. Help, Jungkook. Jungkook smiled and gently pulled JK away, brushing grass from Taehyung's cheek. Jungkook, he needs to breathe. JK struggles, resting his head beside him. Taehyung breathing heavily, looking at both of them. Taehyung loved you both so much. More years passed. Now they were nearly teenagers. Taehyung was grateful, curious, with eyes that held wonder. JK was wild as ever, not running with scars. Jungkook read books of the war and history, already sitting in the court meeting beside his father. But when they were with them, they were just boys. More years passed. Now they were nearly teenagers. Taehyung was graceful, curious, with eyes that held wonder. JK was wild as ever. Now training with scouts, Jungkook read books of war history already sitting, but they were with Taehyung. They were just boys again. One rainy day, the three of them sat by the window. The I would warn anyone who hated you. Jungkook looked away. His voice was quieter. Jungkook, they will talk, they will gossip, but you are the prince. You choose who matters. Taehyung smiled, but his heart felt heavier. Taehyung, will you still stay? Even if I am selfish? Jungkook, JK nudged his side. JK, you have always been selfish there, but you still love you. Jungkook nodded. Jungkook always. That night, as the storm cleared, the moonlight poured in. Taehyung watched his two best friends sleeping on either side of him. His heart touched with something he can't name. He didn't know if it was love or fear. All he knew was he didn't want to lose either of them, not ever. 10 years later, the court drums echoes through the morning air, calling the start of the royal gathering. Golden sunlight split over the servants adjusted his robe. Servant, Your Highness, the two princes will arrive today. The Royal Council has also requested a private meeting with you after the feast. Taehyung nodded silently. He already knew that they wanted to talk about the marriage contract, the one sealed dead before he could walk, the one that expected him to choose between Jungkook and JK, and how could he in the grand the carriage stopped, the door opened. JK was the first jump down, all laughter and bold energy. JK, Thay, look at you. You look like a king. Taehyung smiled, warmth rushing in his chest. Taehyung, and you look like trouble. JK pulled him into a strong hug, spinning him once. Then Nabil came. Jungkook, taller, refined, calm, stepped down from his usual grace. His eyes met for a moment. Everything else disappeared. Jungkook, you have grown. Taehyung stepped forward, embracing him gently. Taehyung, so have you? That evening the garden was filled with music, dance and light. It was Taehyung's 30th birthday, the year he was to be married, the year he was supposed to choose. The entire court was watching him. He felt, Taehyung, they are going to make me decide soon. JK decide. Taehyung, between the two of you. Jungkook stayed silent, but his eyes turned serious. JK laughed bitterly. JK then chose Jungkook. He is the smart one, the perfect prince, the one everyone already expected. Taehyung was tightened. Taehyung, I don't want to choose. I can't. Jungkook finally spoke. Jungkook, then what are you going to do? Taehyung took a breath, eyes glassy with truth. Taehyung, I'm going to tell the court I love you both. The next morning, the council chamber was heavy with silence. Taehyung stood in the center, facing the lord and elders who rose by his father's side. Council 1. Your Highness, as marriage contract state, you must announce your. The twins are awaited for decision. Taehyung lifted his chin. Taehyung, I will not choose. Gaps filled the room. Councillor Lee, this is not a matter of emotion, Your Highness. This is tradition. Taehyung, I am not here to please tradition. I love the, them both, and I want to live with them both. Soft chaos whispers spread like wildflower, concealer unexpectable. This will cause dishonor to both kingdoms. Then let the kingdoms burn. I will not lie about my heart. In the palace halls, the news spread within hours. Did you hear Prince Taehyung wants both? He refuses the marriage rules, unholy, unnatural. Taehyung walked the halls with his head held high, but every glance felt like a day. He returned to his chamber and knocked on the door. Only when he was alone did the weight finally collapse onto him. Tears split down his cheeks. Then why does love have to be a scandal? The door opened quietly. Jungkook entered first, then JK. JK rushed to him, kneeling beside the couch. JK, we heard everything. Are you okay? Jungkook sat beside him, taking his hand. Jungkook, do you regret saying it? Then no, but they all hate me now. JK, then let them. Jungkook, we don't. JK, we love you more now. They for choosing your heart. Taehyung brushed his face on JK's shoulder as Jungkook gently stroked his hair. Taehyung, will you stay with me, Jungkook, until the end? JK always. That night the sky stormed again. Thunder rolled over. They sat on the floor in the candle lights just like when they were kids. JK handed them a rice cake. JK ate. You need strength to fight a kingdom. Jungkook added tea to his cup. Jungkook, we will handle the politics. Let us protect you for once. Taehyung looked between them, their faces now man, but hearts still the same. Taehyung, I'm scared, JK, so are we, Jungkook, but if we face it together, it worth it. He leaned his head on Taehyung's shoulder. JK, this is real, right? Not a dream. Taehyung clenched softly, wiping a tear from his cheek. Taehyung, if it is, I don't want to wake up. Meanwhile, in the eastern court, King sat in the silence. Queen Mira stood beside him, worried. Counselor Min, this is unheard of. We must pull back the marriage offer. Queen Mira and create war. His father will protect him. Jungkook. In Mira, they will say love changed everything. A week later, the kingdom was no longer quiet. The scandal has grown into a storm. Noble families were alliance. Soldiers were whispering doubt. The temple refused to bless the union. And the center of it all stood Taehyung. I judged him, tongue spit cruel words, but his spine never bent. Every morning he walked the palace halls with grace. Every night he held his hands as Taehyung's father, King Hanyul, said nothing. He only looked at his son sitting across the room, shoulders eyes clear. King Hanyul, what would you do if I ask you to step down from your title to save the kingdom's honor? Taehyung stood. Taehyung, I would give up my crown, but never my heart. Gaps filled the chamber. Taehyung bowed slowly. Taehyung, I will marry Jungkook and JK with or without this kingdom's blessing. Later that night in the moon tower, Jungkook, JK and Taehyung sat around the fire. JK looked angry. Fist clenched. JK, they called you dirty. One of the guards I heard hit Jungkook's jaw tightened. Jungkook, tell me who said that. I will deal with him. Taehyung raged over Jungkook evidently even hottier Taehyung ever again, JK. Let's do it, Taehyung blink. Taehyung do what? JK, let's get married now. No months later, no court's approval, no ceremony, just the three of us. Jungkook, we make our own rules. Taehyung stare at them, his loose thumbnails. Taehyung, really? JK smiled. JK, really? The secret wedding night, they wore simple clothes, no gold, no crowns. They said the stars were witness, the winds, their music, the old trees where they played as children become their idol. Jungkook, give yourself to you. Taehyung, in love, in pain, in fire. JK, I give my soul to you. I will protect you, laugh with you, and stand beside you. Taehyung, look at both of them. I give my heart to you, both of you, fully, freely, no matter the cost. They kissed him, one on each cheeks, and when they kissed each other, Taehyung smiled, teary-eyed. They weren't two sides of a coin anymore. They were one heartbeat, but the kingdom wasn't done with them yet. The next morning, as they walked through the courtyard, a noble woman sneered, "Noble woman, you have shamed your ancestors. You should have been born as a peasant." Taehyung said nothing, but before the woman could say another breath, JK appeared. JK, say one more word and I will cut your tongue out myself. The woman gasped, stepping back. JK grabbed Taehyung's hand. JK, you don't speak to my husband like that. Later that day, a palace guard soared past Taehyung roughly before Taehyung could even react. Jungkook touched him again. He pulled out his scar. Jungkook, and I will end you, Taehyung. Jungkook, he laid a hand on you and I wouldn't forgive that. Taehyung's chamber, JK paced in frustration. JK, every day someone else says something, does something. Taehyung, I'm okay. Jungkook, you shouldn't have to be. Taehyung sat between them and took their hands. Taehyung, do you know why I'm strong? JK, why? Taehyung, because I have you too. You are my courage, my home, my fire. Jungkook hugged him tighter. Jungkook, then let us be your shield. JK kissed his forehead. JK, you be the heart, I will be the scar. In the council hall, news of secret wedding reached the court. Counselor, mean this is a royal marriage without royal blessings. Counselor, so we must exile them. But King Henry slammed his face. King Henry, enough silence. King Henry, you fear what love can do because you have never been brave enough to fight for it. He stood. King Henry, my son has done something none of you could. Followed path, truth, protected it, and if it is the price of honesty, then perhaps we will deserve it. He turned and walked out. Taehyung whispered, will you still love me if the world turns against us? Jungkook kissed his hand. Jungkook, I already do. JK, let the world burn. We will still be here. Taehyung closed his eyes, smiling. Taehyung, then let it burn. Whispered, turn into weapons. The nobles who once bowed before Prince Taehyung now sat in dark chambers, their faces hidden by candlelights, their words sharp and with venom. Consular men, he is a danger to the bloodline. If we do not act now, the kingdom will fall under the shadow of disgrace Lady Yeon. The people are murmuring a prince married to two men, two twins brother. This isn't love, it's chaos. Counselors, so they both their hands together. The plan was drawn. A hallway, one silent strike, moonlight on the balcony. They stood in the white roads, looking out of quiet palace garden. The silence felt too perfect. Jackie stood beside him, placing a warm cup in his hand. Jackie, you haven't slept well. Taehyung, how could I? The kingdom hates me. Jungkook arrived from behind, wrapping his arm around both of them. Jungkook, they don't hate you. They are scared of change. Taehyung smiled bitterly. Taehyung, love should never be something to fear. Jackie, then let's keep fighting, even if it's cost everything. Taehyung, even our lives. Jungkook, even then. The night fell darker than usual. The stars disappeared behind their clouds. Guards felt uneasy and animals restless. They walked alone towards the library, a place of comfort. Behind him, a shadow moved. He still glistened. Suddenly, a danger slashed through the air, aiming off his back. Taehyung turned too late. Pain burst through his side. Blood bloomed through white robes. His knees hit the floor. Footsteps rushed in. Jungkook, Jackie, Taehyung. Jungkook, get away from him. They turned to flee, but Jungkook tackled him. Jackie knelt by Taehyung, pressing his hand. Jungkook lifted him into his arms. Jungkook called the royal physician. Now Taehyung lay in the bed, pale and sweating. Jackie wiped his forehead with trembling hands. Jackie, you are safe. You are safe now, Taehyung. Did you catch him? Jungkook, we did, and we will find everyone involved. Jackie, they tried to take you from us. They dared. Jungkook stood, eyes burning. Jungkook, no more mercy. 3 days later, Taehyung walked into the throne room, still weak, but his crown rested firm on his head. Jungkook and Jackie stood by his side, dressed in black. Taehyung, lords and ladies, hear me. Silence filled the room. A blade was drawn in this palace, not a criminal, but against a prince. Taehyung, this is the result of your hatred, your fear, your silence. We step it forward. Taehyung, from this day forward, any harm spoken or physical brought against me will be punished as murder. Murmurs broke out. I will not be your puppet. I will not be your sin. Jungkook, he is our husband, our heart. Any man who threaten him, threaten us. Jackie, and we don't forget threats. Guards stepped forward, dragging the counselors and Lady Yeon faces pale. Let this be the first judgment. Later that night, Taehyung sat in the bed, and the words still once still etching. Jungkook and Jackie sat by the side, holding him gently. Jackie, we almost lost you. I was afraid. For a moment, I thought I would die without even telling you. Jackie, what? Taehyung, that I would choose you again, both of you, in every life. Jungkook leaned down and kissed his forehead. Jungkook, then we will find each other every time. They stayed that way. 3 souls, 1 bond, 1 fire, unbreakable. Time escaped. The palace doors opened to a warm breeze of spring. Cherry blossoms floated in the wind. Golden sunlight kissed the rooftop of kingdom that once thrilled with scandal. Now it was alive with celebration. Drums beat in the village. Bells rang from every tower. Today was not a war cry. Today was for love. Villagers stood outside the gates dressed in bright hanboks. Children held flowers. One old lady whispered tales that would live for generations. Then we stepped out of the grand hall. Behind him, Jungkook, his royal navy and gold, and JK in embodied roses and with golden dragons embodied across the shoulder, three hands intertwined. The crowd looked for a moment silence, then a voice from the front, long live Prince Taehyung, long live love. Another followed, then another, and then applause, cheering, flowers thrown into the air. Tears welled in Taehyung's eyes. JK squeezed his hand. JKC. They were always waiting, just scared. That evening, the halls were decorated with silver and red silk lanterns floating in the sky, candles danced in every corner, music played, and flutes, soft drums, and laughter. Things sat between Jungkook and JK as novels rised. Honor. There were no more secrets, no more shame, just love. Jungkook leaned in, whispering to Taehyung, Jungkook, may I steal you away tonight? Taehyung blushed. JK smiled. JK, both of us, Taehyung, you already have me. Every piece that night under the moonlight, petals scattered on the ground like sunflakes. The private garden was quiet, only the sound of the wind through roses and soft fountain flowing. He stood beside the moon, his robe loose white skin shimmering like starlight. Jungkook approached first, holding a single rose. Jungkook, for you, my prince, my moon, my fire. JK came next, placing a hand on Taehyung's shoulder. JK, you carried us through storms. Let us carry you in love tonight. Taehyung, look at them, eyes wide, full, heartful. Taehyung, then take me in your arms, in your heart tonight and every night. Jungkook leaned in first, brushing Taehyung's lips with his own, soft then deeper. JK stepped behind Taehyung, pressing a gentle kiss to his neck. Taehyung, the air was happy with roses and loving. Jungkook, you taste like. Clothes slipped away, skin met skin, breaths tangled. Jungkook's hand held Taehyung's as he pressed soft kisses from his lips down to his chest, worshipping each part. JK kissed Taehyung's thighs, whispering praises. JK, you are beautiful, so beautiful. Taehyung edged under their touch, lost his in their warmth. Jungkook, do you want this? Taehyung, yes, please. They made love with the moon, watching slow deep, a dance of heart and soul. Tears split from Taehyung's eyes, not from pain but from overwhelming love. Taehyung, don't ever leave me. Jungkook, never. Not even death could do us apart. JK, we are yours and you are ours always. They were done. The three lay tangled in the silken warmth. The moonlight caressed their bare skin. Roses surrounded them like a blessing. Taehyung rested his head on Jake's chest. Jungkook held Taehyung's hand once over his heart. Jake whispered, "Let's build a new future, a world where love doesn't bond by rules, where heart lead, not tradition." Taehyung smiled. Taehyung then promised me always protect each other, always return to this love. They set up fingers interlocked. Jungkook, I swear it, on blood, on breath, on soul. JK, I vow it no matter the storms down, and I promise, even in fear, even in pain, I will choose. Everyone, how was this story? Comment me down. If you also have any request, please let me know. I hope you will love it. Bye.